Few months ago, I was recalculating my retirement corpus number. I was doing some research on the internet and it told me that based on my current expenses, I would roughly require about 25 crore worth of retirement corpus. Then I looked at my savings and then I looked at this number. And for full one night, I was genuinely thinking that probably I will never retire in my life. Then I decided to do my own calculation to check how authentic is this 25 crore number. So I started by asking few small questions. The first question was, from where did this 25 crore number came from? Then I also asked that who calculated this number? And more importantly, the question was this number calculated specifically for me, or this number is in general for everyone who has a similar monthly expenditure like mine? Turns out that this number, this 25 crore number, was not specifically calculated for me, and neither it was calculated for anyone else. This number came from a rigid formula called the 4% rule. And what is this rule? This rule says take your annual expense and simply multiply it by 25. That is your retirement corpus. And this is where this retirement number becomes so vulnerable. Why it is so? Because everyone does not desire to have the same standard of living. The retirement corpus also depends on how long you are going to live. And the third important factor is whether you want to leave a legacy or not. I know there are people who want to build a retirement fund with an assumption that they will never touch the principal amount. For them, the retirement money should sit there untouched. They will only live on the returns. And their idea is they want to pass on their retirement fund as a legacy to their children. That's a valid choice, right? But the point is, this is not the only choice. Different people will think differently about their retirement planning. So there will be people who are okay to spend their generated corpus gradually. They will not only consume the returns generated, but they will also consume the principal amount. So with this assumption that the person is not only using the returns but also the principal amount, this drastically lowers the retirement corpus requirement. So the point I'm trying to make is, it is very important for a retirement calculator to consider the legacy planning into consideration. There will be people who do not want legacy planning, and there will be people who want to leave a legacy. So the calculator must have that flexibility built into it. There is another thing that must be clearly understood while doing the retirement corpus calculation, and I'm talking about the withdrawal rate. The withdrawal rate is basically how hard you want your retirement corpus to work for you every year. You will generate a retirement corpus and then you will invest that corpus. So while it is invested, how hard you want your corpus to work for you. The higher will be the withdrawal rate, the smaller will be the required retirement corpus. So you can see there are two variables to decide a retirement corpus. First is the legacy planning and second is this withdrawal rate. Any retirement calculator must have these two features built into it. I have built a similar calculator which has a variable withdrawal rate and also the legacy planning thing. There is a nice slider. You can use that slider to adjust the withdrawal rate and the legacy planning. You can use this calculator on getmoneyrich.com. You can play with the withdrawal rate and the legacy planning percentages and you see how your required retirement corpus size changes with it.